Hey, what's going on, everybody? The list of tasks for the general area and Mistalin and Karamja for the easy and medium tier have been released. I think it's all of them. This task list currently contains easy and medium tier for global Mistalin and Karamja. So here's what's going to happen. I'm going to show you the fastest way, in my opinion, to get 60 tasks completed. Why 60 tasks? Well, that's how many tasks it took to choose your first region. You get to pick 3 regions. Your first region took 60 tasks to complete last time. Points don't matter. It was just complete all the tasks. So if you want to get to your favorite Kandarin region immediately, perhaps Taranawun or Varlamary, I mean, you can get right over there right now. If you like how I mispronounce everything and I put the emphasis on the wrong syllable, go ahead and like the video, subscribe, put a comment below of where you think I've made mistakes in my task list. So they've posted the whole task list here, and basically it's not in any order. There's no particular order. Some of these tasks you can't even complete in your areas. Like this one here, you got to pick one of those areas. You can't do a leather body otherwise. So here's what we're looking at. I have pulled out the easiest tasks and figured out which path to take basically with it. So a couple of freebie tasks right off the hop. Completing the Leagues tutorial will be done instantly upon logging in. Open the Leagues menu, that'll also be done. But then we're starting off. You want to pick up a knife in the Lumbridge castle here, okay? There's a rat right here. We're going to kill the rat, okay? So you kill the rat here. Hands will be anywhere in this region, anywhere at all in this region. So talk to him and ask for your age. There's also going to be a man and or woman right in this area around the castle. So go ahead and pickpocket them. I recommend you pickpocket them a few times. Get to level 5. Get to level 5. At that point, we're going to exit the castle. There's a bajillion trees right here. So chop yourself some logs. Now we're going to go over to here and grab a knife if you could not get a knife from the castle. Now you can buy one for sure from the general store, but if you were able to pick one up in the castle, there's one in the kitchen there's one downstairs. There's also one back here, but that's kind of out of the way. Respawn timers are increased a lot, but also if you're standing there and there's 50 people trying to pick up the knife, then don't worry about it. So chop a log, chop 2 logs, okay? Grab a knife and fletch them up. Turn them into arrow shafts specifically. At that point, we're coming back over to this farming patch right here. If you talk to Faith, who is there, you can buy a rake for 6 GP, and then if you rake the patch, another task. You know it. Right over here, coming over to this spot, you can now kill a spider by kicking it. So get some strength XP on that spider. There's also a bunch of goblins right in this area. So after you've killed the spider, go ahead and kill a goblin. Pick up the bones, bury the bones. Walk on over to this spot right here, okay? Now that we're here, get into the wheat field. There's a task to cry in a wheat field, so do that emote in the wheat field. Pick up a piece of wheat as well, which will be great. And we're going to go right into this patch. See this little green speck? That is a tree. That is the potato tree. So chop a log from a potato tree. There's probably going to be a handful of people there, but keep going until you get it, and then you'll be good to go. Now, the next task would be right at this spot. There is a haystack. There's a few bales of hay. You want to go to the hay stack and keep searching it until you find the needle. It is a 10% chance that you find it, which is pretty cool. And then it says, oh boy, you found a needle in a haystack. So it's kind of funny. Move right over to here. We've got the flappy boy. What are they called? Anyways, you're going to make some flour in that thing. I know the word in French for it, éolienne, but I don't remember it in English. Canadian, by the way. All right, then, where were we? We're going to go milk a cow. So the cow right here, very simple. Cow gets milked, pull on dem teats. You know what I'm talking about? Now, the next part, I'm saying now a lot. I really apologize for that. We're going to go over to here, and we're going to kill a singular chicken. You're going to probably have to kill a couple of chickens, but kill a chicken with your fists is a task. So do that. While you're there, there are shears on this table in this house, right in that spot. So grab those, grab an egg as well, and then you want to also leave this area with a raw chicken, just in case. So keep that raw chicken with you. Okay, Now that you're in this pen, you've killed the chicken, you've got a raw chicken, you've got some bones, some feathers. I mean, pick it all up, might as well. Light the fire and then cook the chicken on the fire. And ideally you burn that food. So keep killing until you burn one. Ideally, that'll happen sooner than later. But if you accidentally cook a handful of them, then you're fine. Don't worry about it. Just keep going until you get it. At that point, there is an onion patch right in the backyard of this man's. That we're just ransacking this dude's house. Grab an onion from him, okay? Eat that. Shove it down your gullet. Ogres have layers, if you know what I mean. Now we're going to go into this spot. So kill a ram. It's a level 2. You're going to be able to kill that. No problem. Take care of it. And then you're going to shear 4 sheepses. Okay, so get 4 things of wool. And right from there, you're going to walk out this door. You're going to come over and we're going to get lit at the bar. You're going to absolutely hammer back some pints, lad. No, just buy a beer, 2 coins, very simple. You can try and grab some extra runes from the tutors here. I don't know if that works, so just don't, it's not a task, but grab the beer. You're going to need that for later. We're now going to walk in and we're going to go up the northern staircase because there's a task to go up the northern staircase in Lumbridge. It's kind of a meme thing. If you have the Sea Engineer plugin on, it will say, do not use these. That was the worst, but you know, it'll yell a thing. Okay, and now we're going to spin a ball of wool. That's where we're at this point. So upstairs, you spin the ball of wool. Actually get 4 balls of wool, if you don't mind. If you guys don't mind doing that, that'd be lovely for me. So you now have 4 balls of wool in your inventory. We're going to go right out to the front doors here, and we're going to pray at the altar. So you'll just have 1 prayer point at this point, and just lower that so that you can pray at the altar. Bob's axe shop is right here. Unfortunately, you won't have enough money to buy a steel axe at this point. There's a task for a steel axe later, but you can talk to him and ask for a quest, and he will say, get lost, lad. But that is a task. And then right in here, this is a graveyard. Dance in the graveyard for a task. Walk into Death's Domain for another task. And then we're coming right down to here into the little fishy spot. And you're going to catch some shrimpsies. Now, if you have picked the relic for the harpoonage, then it will be very fast and easy. If not, maybe don't go all the way to level 10, but there's a handful of easy tasks here. If you do go to level 10, you'll have enough shrimps for the next part, which will be good. And then later, not on this list of 60, but later you need 10 fishing for catching a herring, which is as well a task. So I would recommend you go until you have level 10. At that point, we will be standing all the way over here, which is so far from Lumbridge. So we're going to use home teleport. You'll land right back in the lobby of the castle here, and that is a task. Cook the shrimp on this spot. So you're actually going to complete Cook's Assistant when you do this, because you will have the flour, you will have the milk, and you will have the egg. So come right in here, complete Cook's Assistant, and then cook some shrimp on the barbecue, if you don't mind. And that will be successfully cook 5 pieces of food, use the range in the Lumbridge Castle, and cook shrimp. 3. We're synergizing, okay? Take a jog. We're going to take a jog at this point over to the Draynor rooftop course, okay? It's a good time over on the Draynor. It's going to be popping with all the bald boys right off of Tutorial Island. You're going to do 1 lap. Hopefully you get a Mark of Grace. If you do, then you won. You hit the lottery. If you don't, then don't worry about it. You can keep going until you've done 10 laps. And at that point, you will have also completed a 30-point task, as well as you'll almost guaranteed get the Mark of Grace in a handful of agility levels. For the interest of getting off of the to get your first area right away, you can skip doing the 10 laps, because 10 laps takes 10 minutes. So I'm going to skip it. We're just going to do 1 lap. We're then going to have Ned right here. It looks like a pile of poop on the mini-map, but it is actually Ned's rope area. He's going to make you some rope with the 4 balls of wool. Then go insult Aggie the Witch. She is right here. You just talk to her. It'll actually take 20 coins from you if you have 20 coins. She will take 20 coins from you, so keep that in mind. Buy wines. This should be unlimited stock and very cheap. This is it heals quite a bit, 10 health each, but keep in mind that will lower your attack level as well. We're going to start Vampire Slayer with Ned, and then we're going to complete Vampire Slayer So follow the quest guide for that. You're basically just heading up to the Draynor Manor. And once you're up here, you're going to have a chair follow you. So find a chair in Draynor Manor and get it to follow you just by walking by it. Very simple. Complete the Vampire Slayer quest. You're going to get a lot of attack levels. And then we're just going to vacate through the back door here. And we're going to pop up to the Barbarian Village. Correct. It's funny, Barbarian, and they've got a bar. Sorry. So we're going to kill a Barbarian. And we're also going to drink a beer in the Long Hall. Long Hall right here. And then we're going to go into the Stronghold of Security and rip through that bad boy to get yourself some fancy boots or fighting boots. And you're also going to get 10k. 10k is big in this. So that will probably take you 5 minutes. I mean, you've got food because you picked up wines from Draynor. So you're good to go on that. And it'll be pretty packed. You're probably not going to even get attacked if there's enough people in there. At that point, we're going to walk over to here. There are goblins at this stage of the game that are holding a spear. That is a task. It's a good time. I'm going to drink a sip of water. While I'm doing that, comment how big your nose is. Oh, delicious. Okay, so I've heard a rumor at this point that we've got this Gertrude's cat immediately completed. So you can talk to and stroke your cat. This is in the wrong spot, but that's a task. Talk to your local cat dealer and grab a task and stroke it. We're then going to walk on over to Varrock. There's going to be a dog. There's going to be a dog somewhere, a pet stray dog in Varrock somewhere. At this point, you can actually pick up the bones from the goblin here and give it to the dog for a task. It's not a task, it's a achievement diary or whatever they call those things. Buy an elemental staff. I'm probably going to buy a fire staff. It's probably your best bet. And then you're going to rip down here over to this spot. Now at this spot, you're going to upset the homeless because why wouldn't you? That sounds like a good time. So that's actually Charlie the Tramp right there. You talk to him to upset him. In this shop, you can buy a iron dagger for 35 coins. You can buy a mithril weapon for 325 coins. Again, you got the 10k from the stronghold. And you should, at this point, having completed the quests and killed a few things, be able to equip a mithril weapon. Then you're going to walk over. There's cabbages right here. Scoop a cabbage off the ground. Eat it if you want, or save it to tick eat bloat when you get to that point. But that's much later. There's a mugger in this area. You're going to kill that mugger. You're then going to go into the rune shop. You can buy some runes while you're here. Maybe 100 mind runes, a couple hundred air runes, and then you're good to go on runes for a bit. But while you're here, you're going to go in and you're going to mine some essence. So that's a double task right there. Pop on out, and we're going to go to the tea stall, which is here. And then take a trek. We're going to walk up, and it's right up here, actually, is where Aggie is. Aggie? Elsie. Elsie is going to tell you a story, but you got to give her a cup of tea to do that. So people are wondering, why'd you skip the museum? There's a task for that. It gives you a lot of early levels and things like that. I think I'm going to skip it and wait until I have a higher XP bonus for that, because then I will get more hunter levels. Early hunter sucks, man. So if I can skip the early hunter levels, I will. Otherwise, feel free to do the museum if you don't mind doing the early levels. I haven't really planned that out completely. At that point, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop down here. There's a web downstairs in this area that I'm going to chop, and that's a task. It's a bit of a trek, but we're getting to that point where the tasks are more of a trek. Come out. Once you're up here, you can... we're going to go this way, actually. We're going to go this way. We're going to kill a guard that's here. We're then going to go up to the lumber yard and turn a log into a plank. And guys, that's 60 tasks. There's 60 of them. There's some passive tasks that you can get here as well. You might get level 30. You might get something else. You can buy a adamant sword from this shop while you're here and do that. You could also spend your coins on a steel plate body or a black plate body if you wanted. That will use up a lot of your money, but if you know how to make more, then you're good to go. Especially if we've got the thieving relic at this point. You probably will. And if you do, then there's a lot of other ways that you can do. But this was me mapping out currently what I think is a very quick way of getting all 60 tasks completed to get my first region. There's a lot of other freebies. There's a lot of other freebie tasks. You could go to Karamja. There's like eat a banana, buy something from a shop, etc., etc. So if you skip any of these because you're just not there, you don't want to do it, and you want to take a different path, then take a look at those easy Karamja ones, and you'll be good to go. All right, that's about it. I appreciate everybody watching. I'm going to keep posting daily leagues content as long as possible. We're going to go into leagues as well as all the teasers and stuff coming at you tomorrow. A couple of more teasers coming, but this is my guide. This is what I think will get me all 60 tasks very quickly to unlock my first area, and then at that point tasks are free. Once you're in a new area, it's very easy to get those done. So like the video, I guess I've said that 17 times, but I really think it's important, you know, and realistically at the end of the day it is night. So yeah,